The first major decision that we made was we're gonna do a gooseneck tiny home.
This is kind of the make or break between 37 feet long and 39 feet long.
I like to collect Lego sets. A tiny space definitely hindered my collection a little bit, but that doesn't stop me necessarily from bringing in sets that are probably too large.
It's definitely a conversation starter in the house.
One of the biggest things that I'm proud of is
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, I'm Brittney.
And I'm Harry, and welcome to our tiny home. We slowly decided to go tiny. We were watching a lot of the TV shows, and we just kept saying like, oh, I would do that, or if we had one, I would do this. And then next thing we know, we were planning our own. It just naturally started to happen.
We found Timbercraft online, fell in love with their models.
We went with the Denali model for our tiny home, but we made our own adjustments to it. So we didn't have like any hands-on in the building process, but the design of this unit definitely has a lot of our specific touches. As the planning started going along, we realized pretty soon into it that we didn't want to live in a loft. The first major decision that we made was we're gonna do a gooseneck bedroom, and we started kind of designing from there. One of the biggest problems we were running into is finding out where we're actually going to put this thing. And we found Tiny Tranquility online. This park ended up being like where I grew up vacationing, and so it was kind of serendipity that this place even existed. We put down our name to get on the wait list here and put our name at Timbercraft to get on the wait list there, and it just so happened to line up within like a month time that both our spot opened up and our house got finished being built. It couldn't have worked out any better.
We've been in our home for about 3 years. We have 3 pets. We have a 13-year-old Siberian Husky. Her name is Keely. We have a fat orange cat. His name's Kitten. He's 12. And then we have a little black and white cat, Lucille, and she's 11.
They all do really well in the tiny house. A lot of our decisions with our design was thinking of them first, but we also, with the move, got to move right next to the beach. So our daily walk is to the ocean, and she just absolutely took to the ocean better than we could have ever imagined. It's like her favorite place in the world, so we're very, very happy that we live out here on the coast. With the utilities and with site rent, right now we're paying about $720 a month. There's a lot of amenities at Tiny Tranquility. I wish I would use the ping pong table a little more when we do play. It gets pretty competitive. Because she's very good and I'm just okay. We have a community space that we use for potlucks a lot, where the community gets together, and we always have a really good time with that. And then there's also the dog park, obviously. Like, we're there all the time.
And it's been great.
So this is the exterior of the home. It is 39 foot long, 8 foot wide, registered as an RV. It's a park model, actually. Here is our French window that we were really excited about. This outdoor bar, which we use all the time when we're hosting. Just passing stuff through, that worked out awesome. We lived here without a deck for like the first year, but once we got this deck built by our friend Jed, who works here at the park, it really just opened up the space. Like, we spend a lot of time out here, weather permitting, and so we needed some furniture, which we're still working on some of the more permanent pieces, but my wife and I, we didn't really do a lot of the construction of the house itself. By a lot, I mean none of it, but we did build this bench together, which was a lot of fun. And so who knows, maybe we have the itch now and we'll build the rest of the furniture. We definitely wanted to build on a gooseneck. That was one of our earlier decisions because just having that bedroom in the gooseneck, it's a perfect place. It's like being able to stand up in the bedroom is something that you don't often see in a tiny house. We're really happy with the decision, but it does mean like this thing is a lot bigger and it requires a much bigger truck to tow, which we do not own. Whenever this thing moves, we'll be hiring someone to move it for us. We lose a little bit of that mobility for a little bit of those comforts that we're looking for in a home. Here we have our gas. We have 2 propane tanks. So we have that running our water heater. So we have a tankless water heater. So on-demand water actually works really well. We were surprised. And then our stove and our burners are all gas because we do love to cook. Our heating and air, we use 2 reverse splits, one in the bedroom and one in the kitchen. So this is the outdoor unit for that. Also, living on the coast, that thing takes a beating with the salt, so we've had to do some repairs on it already, but when it works incredible. Really happy about that. Out here is where all of our utility hookups are. We got just a water hose here. We're working on 50 amp for our electricity. Back down there is our sewage, which goes into a sewage pipe down here built into the park. Also back here, we have this great storage space. So in here, it's a little full, but that's where our water heater lives. And then this space goes back quite a bit to fit our snowboards. We got crabbing pots, a lot of our bike gear. We're pretty active. And so having this space out here has been really great for holding some of our sporting equipment. All right, let me take you inside and we'll show you the rest of the house.
Welcome to the kitchen. We have quite a bit of counter space. We got the butcher block countertops. This is nice here to just, when we get home, throw some stuff down. This we use for extra chopping space. We've got a stove here, good sized stove, 4 burners, it's propane. Picked out the backsplash and the color of the cabinets. We've got a lot of storage space in our cabinets, pretty deep drawers. And then we've got the farmhouse sink, the nice view out this window while you're doing dishes. Continuing through the kitchen, we've got our dishwasher here. It's pretty good size, you can fit a lot. This is kind of the make or break what we did between 37 feet long and 39 feet long. 37 feet, we couldn't have the dishwasher, but 39, we could have the dishwasher. So that was the decision maker. We've got a very good size fridge, very happy with it. And then over here, more in the entryway, is our pantry. All those pantry items, we've got it pretty full. And then our pet food, their toys, their medicines, their treats are all in there, and they know it. This was one of the modifications for the house. We could either have this pantry here, or we could have more storage in the bathroom, but we opted for this. Now next I'm going to show you the living room. This is our living room, right off of the kitchen. It's a nice big open space. We've got the entertainment center here that Harrison designed, so he could have all of his gaming consoles and controllers and things. I got this side of the entertainment center for my decorations. We've got storage in here. We play a lot of board games, so we've got board games in there, and then the rest of his video games. Shelves for more decorations. Decorations are my thing that I like to contribute to the house.
I like to collect Lego sets. A tiny space definitely hindered my collection a little bit, but that doesn't stop me necessarily from bringing in sets that are probably too large for a tiny space. At one point I brought in a Lego set that was a roller coaster that took up the entire kitchen.
Yeah.
And it just sat in here for like a week, and it was just like, I don't know why I do these things, but this is who you marry. You
can probably see little Lego sprinkled throughout our decorations as well. My husband and I are Lego collectors, him more so. But yes, we have a lot of different sets around here. And this, it's one of our wedding photos. We built it together. They're little 1x1 pieces that we had to follow, there's a service online that does it, but it's definitely a conversation starter in the house. And then we've got our little cat tower here. We found this scratch post too that fits perfectly right here. We've also got some extra storage on this side of the cabinets for our bigger appliances. And then since this is where Harrison works, he's got a full drawer, deep drawer where he can keep all of his computer stuff. So next I can show you the bathroom. So this is our bathroom. We've got washer and dryer here, dual. We use it maybe weekly. It takes a long time to do one load. Then this is the litter box nook.
One of the biggest things that I'm proud of is where we put our litter box. These cats, they can be stinky, and we have a specific litter box that we have liked for a while. So that was like one of my things I was most happy with, was having that nook perfectly built around our litter space.
Little vanity here, medicine cabinet. We have a flushing toilet. I think we had a choice to do a composting toilet, but we decided with the flushing. And then we have a pretty good sized shower, and we have the subway tile. We designed that, and with the little cubbies, kind of his and hers. And then let me show you up to the bedroom. We've got storage in each of our steps. This bottom one is very deep, and they get less deep the higher you go up. We've got our little carpet stickies for our dog so she doesn't slip on the stairs. Now we're in the gooseneck. As you can see, we have plenty of space to stand up. Each of us can walk around our bed. That was one of the decisions we made as well. Little bedside tables with storage, and then our bed frame itself has drawers in it with our clothes. And then in the middle of the bed, there's even more storage. We have to lift up the mattress to get in there. That's stuff that we don't need to get to very often, but it's nice to have. Coming around the bed here, this is a pocket door, but it's always open. My side, his side, and then it even goes way further back for a lot more storage. It's all above the bathroom. And then if you look way back there, we have a shelf back there with some Lego sets built.